Milton traffic, experimental Zenith taxiing to runway 36 for departure, Milton. Going out, do a little bit of flight in my UL powered 750 CruZer, 750 CruZer. Last day of 2023, December 31st, beautiful day out. Cool, practically no wind. And we're just going to see what it's like up in the sky. Milton traffic, experimental Zenith is taxiing to runway 36 for departure. Be departing to the north, Milton. Sky's clear. Sky's clear. I'm going to put about half flaps in, and we'll see. I should be off the ground here by the about the tetrahedron over the right. Sticks all the way back. Slowly put the power in. A little bit of right rudder. Nose comes up. Let it hover. Off the ground. Push the nose over a little bit. Let her climb out. Put the flaps up. Take the flaps out. I put about half flaps in. I'm running about 2,800 RPM right now. And climbing at a respective 700 feet a minute. When I nose over up here, you'll see off to the north is Naval Air Station Whiting Field, the cradle of naval aviation. Milton traffic, experimental Zenith is turning left crosswind 36 Milton. Outside air temperature is about 52 degrees. We're in the panhandle of Florida here. Milton traffic, experimental Zenith is turning left downwind 36 Milton. Going to be seeing Scambia Bay here. Looking over toward Pensacola right now, and as I turn on downwind here for 36, you'll be looking and you can see Pensacola Beach off in the distance, some of the condos out there. It's about 6 or 7 miles down to the beach from here. Absolutely smooth. Milton traffic, experimental Zenith turning high left base, runway 36. I'll be departing to the northeast. Milton. Peter Prince, or Milton Airport as I am homeboarded, sits in the cutout of Charlie Airspace for Naval Air Station Whiting Field on the south edge of it. We've got a small sliver of airspace here where we have restricted airspace just to the south, which is part of the Eglin Air Force Base Reservation, and then the Class Charlie, inner circle of the Class Charlie just off to the north here. And they went ahead and put a solar farm and are putting a second one in right in the middle of our, we call it the sliver. Put this solar farm out here, which in the summertime creates quite a bit of thermal activity. So we even have a smaller sliver now for airplanes transiting in and out to the east-northeast. And a lot of, we have true flight schools here in Milton, and a lot of training aircraft, and they tend to use the practice areas that are off here to the northeast of the airport. So oftentimes encounter traffic here. Literally to the right side of the screen is Highway 90 and I-10 running east, and that is restricted airspace right there. It's not open today since it is the holiday weekend, so you can fly in it, but normally on work days, you have the special operations aircraft that will fly in there, C-130s, Ospreys and such, for Air Force Special Operations. Straight ahead, that small field straight ahead is one of the outlying fields for the Navy training helicopters. And we have a lot of Navy training traffic out here. Great deal. It's nothing to go out on a short flight and encounter, 6 to 12 helicopters flying around, and they typically fly anywhere from 500 to 1,100 feet and transit the area out to the outlying fields that are located here.
Traffic, RV6, runway 36, northbound.
November 83 Charlie, altitude your discretion, you can climb if you need
Naval
it.
Air Station Whiting Field.
November 80181.
And we're headed to the north to Bruton,
November
Alabama.
80181, resume navigation towards your destination.
Currently listening to Pensacola International Air Traffic Control. I like to listen to them when I'm down here close. Going up to Bruton, Alabama, 12 Juliet, where my plane was first based when I first got it airworthy. Have a buddy up here. I'm going to swing by and see if he's at his hangar.
Approaching altitude.
Bruton traffic, experimental Zenith 3 miles to the south inbound. Bruton. Bruton is one of a number of airfields in this area that were at one time owned by the Navy and were used as training bases. And then back several decades ago, they turned them over. If the local municipalities wanted them, they turned them over to them as regional or local airports. And but the Navy still uses it to do touch and goes here with the T6s, the Texan 2s. Bruton traffic, experimental Zenith is going to be entering the left downwind for runway 24. Bruton. Some nice long runways up here, 5,000 and 6,000
Leaving
foot runways.
altitude.
They keep them well maintained because the Navy uses them. Bruton traffic, experimental Zenith is turning onto the left downwind for runway 24, Bruton. And it doesn't look like my buddy is here. So I may just do a low pass and head on. Bruton traffic, experimental Zenith is turning a left base, runway 24, low pass, Bruton. Bruton. And Bruton traffic, experimental Zenith is turning final, runway 24, low pass, Bruton. 1,800 feet a minute climb there. We're doing a steady 1,000 feet a
Approaching
minute here.
altitude.
And I'm right at 2,800 RPM. I've got this prop pitched about midway between climb and cruise. Straight ahead of me is Spencer Field. It's an outlying field.
Delta 2719, descend to maintain 1,700.
That the Navy uses for primary helicopter training. Again, another one of the many outlying fields that the Navy has. I live just to the east of it, so I see a lot of Navy helicopters flying around my house.
Autopilot mode.
The runways are laid out in sort of a Star of David design, and when you look at it from overhead, it's what it looks like. And again, we're looking to the south, mostly south, a little bit southeast, and the beach is off in the distance. You can see some of the condos out there. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure if they're showing up on the camera. And I'm flying currently underneath, intersecting Charlie airspaces for NAS Whiting Field and Pensacola International, which is off to my right. I'm about 1,300 feet, and the floor is 1,400 feet for the outer ring. The edge of that outer ring is right at this field here that I'm seeing off my nose. Heading back to my home airport now. I'm about 5 miles from the airport. It is just past that lake that you see off the left side of my nose. And we're probably going to enter the left base for runway 36.
Autopilot disconnect. Message.
Milton traffic, experimental Zenith on a 3-mile left base for runway 36. Milton. Pattern altitude here is 900 feet. Got a lot of new development here. There's a subdivision that's going up just south and a little bit west of the airport, which is right over top of our base leg for runway 36. So I can't wait
altitude.
To have all of the new residents start complaining about airplanes flying over their head. Airport's been here for decades. People know it's here, but they'll move in and buy a house and then complain about the airport. Milton traffic, experimental Zenith is 2-mile left base, runway 36, Milton. traffic. Got to slow her down. Milton traffic, experimental Zenith turning final runway 36, full stop Milton. I am very high. So let's slip.
Flaps over speed. Flaps over speed.
Got a lot of runway
Flaps
here
over
for this
speed.
airplane, 3,800 feet.
Flaps over speed.
Not too bad. A little bit off center. This plane, and others like it, really like to fly. Boy, you pull that nose up a little bit and she's back airborne again. It is not like flying a Cessna. Milton traffic, experimental Zenith, clear of runway 36, Milton.